Race unlocked in quick race. Oh my goodness gracious. See, we really haven't been here since like episode 1. Look at that. Alright, we got 5 races left in the C5 section, and then we are done with amateur mode. 5 lap race. Oh, I just saw that. Ooh, custom 2-tone blue looks good on this. I like it. I like it a lot. 5 laps here, dude. That's just excruciating. So, what's up with everyone else? How's your days going? I just woke up. Yesterday was cool. I worked, but I also ate, so that's unfortunate. I was just the lowest that I've weighed in a long time, a couple of days ago. I have a weight loss tracking app, but like I've lost interest in it. Like if I gain weight, I'm not gonna put that in, but if I lose weight, you're damn sure I'm gonna put that in. You're damn sure I'm gonna put in if I've lost weight. And officially, you know, that was the least that I've weighed in a long time. You know, weight loss, just weight problems in general, has always been a thing for me. I've not been able to shake that bogey off my tail. Cause it's weird. Cause when I was a freshman in high school, I was out of shape, you know. But like I recently, and I say recently as if this didn't happen like a year ago. It just feels recently. But I went back through my mom's Facebook and I found a picture of me on the first day of school freshman year. I think it was freshman year, either that or it was sophomore year. But the point is that, you know, I looked tight. The haircut was not there because my hair in high school, except for when it was long, was just a joke. However, everything else looks good. I looked like a strapping young lad. I didn't look chubby. I didn't like. I must have been wearing a good shirt that day because like I did not see any fat. I just looked like a lad, dude. It looked normal. But the thing is that by sophomore year started. Would that have been? Yes, that would have been August of 2012. Well, the problem is that at some point along the line, I completely gave up being fit in any capacity. Because just November of 2011 is the last time that I've actually thrown up. Okay, this may sound like a completely different subject, but it's not. All right, technically there was one day at work where we have a shitty, stupid ass simulator room at the hotel now. It's basically the only reason why we don't have benefits, so I fucking hate it, and I hope that someone goes in there someday and just sets it on fire. But that's just me. That's just me. Pretend you didn't hear that. Pretend you didn't hear that. Law enforcement. I can confirm that I'm not going to set it on fire because, you know, I don't have the balls to do that. But like if someone else were to do it, you know, I would definitely not shed any tears. That's what I'm trying to say. But like I went in there and I was trying to fix something and the soundboard was off, but I didn't know how to turn it on from in front of it. So I had to go behind the scenes there. I had to go behind the thing and turn it on by actually, you know, pressing the power button on the soundboard. And when I bent over to do that, I kind of threw up in my mouth a little. I have no idea why I didn't feel sick that day. You know, I think just the rush of me bending over and like the way that I did and like the fashion, I don't know, maybe it just maybe, you know, pushed on my diaphragm a little bit and just kind of pushed up some stomach acid. But like there was nowhere to spit that. Like I'm just back there and there's nothing back there but the soundboard, and it's like I can't throw up on that. That you can't explain that to the boss, right? You can't explain that to the investors. So I just swallowed it. It wasn't a lot, but like my throat hurt for like the next 3 days because it was definitely stomach acid. But that's the closest I've come to throwing up since November of 2011. Okay, the story is going somewhere. Don't leave. Don't click off the video. This story is going somewhere, I swear. So, like, I got really goddamn sick. Like, I was the last person in my family to get it. So, I had to miss my Christmas concert for that, you know. That was the first time I ever missed a concert during high school, or just school in general. We did concerts from kindergarten to 12th grade. That's the only one that I missed, dude. And I think we had some decent songs that year too, which kind of sucked. But anyway. So yeah, I was self-imposed bedridden the entire time. I probably was fine after throwing up the first time, but like, you know what? I'm not gonna complain about laying in bed all day. But yes, I laid in bed that entire time. So for like 2 days, I didn't eat. I barely drank anything. And when I weighed myself on the step scale, I was 136. This would have been Christmas time-ish. December of 2011, I was, can I do math today? I was 14 and a half years old. So when I was 14 and a half years old, I weighed 136, and that was all in fat. Because I didn't do a sport since 7th grade, right? So like, you know, you can kind of infer from that, like I was probably, I don't know, maybe 5'3", 5'4" back then. So 5'4", 136 pounds. So, you know, not like the pinnacle of health or anything, but like, you know, I was spry. I was spry. But by the time, I don't know when rolled around, the only time that I absolutely know for sure that I weighed myself was New Year's Day on 2014, because, you know, I was aware of the fact that my weight was spiraling out of control at that point. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to weigh myself on the first day of the year, and we're going to use that as a basis for at the end of the year. See how much weight I've lost over the year. And I was 185 something. I'm pretty sure. The highest recorded weight that I've ever had in my life was about 192. And I'm only like 5'10", so, you know, that's not good. That's what I'm trying to say. Angel Hills East. 5 goddamn laps here too. You know, actually, you know what? I say that's bad, but like, you know, the longer that the race is, the more of an opportunity I have to actually learn the track so that I suck less. Right? Right? Am I right? I feel like that makes sense. Like, it's also more of an opportunity for me to screw up, but if I'm driving the same track enough laps, like, I'm gonna figure out, okay, if you do this, you're gonna screw up. Right? Right? But yeah, but I was definitely 185 at a point before that, because, you know, basically from, well, like I say that because that would have been right before, shut up, David Raymond, that would have been right before 2012, right? So if we say from New Year's Day in 2012, I was 136. If we say that, this track sucks. That was just stupid. Is that a Goodyear blimp? Bro, there's a Goodyear blimp in this game. Imagine that. Does it say Ice Cube's a pimp, though? That's the real question. So, if we say officially, from New Year's 2012 to, oh god, what is this? What is this track? What is the shape of this nonsense? Well, I'm gonna forget that by the time we get to the next. Oh my god, what is this track configuration? Good lord, dude. It makes no sense. So for all intents and purposes, I gained 50 pounds from New Year's 2012 to New Year's 2014, okay? And none of that is in muscle, because I did no sports. I worked at a grocery store, so if you count bagging groceries as a sport, you know, I guess I guess I did a sport. But yeah. And that was when I realized, you know, I remembered that weigh-in from after I was sick that time. And I was there, like, I was sitting there like, oh, that's a lot of weight to gain in a period of 2 years, not even. I think the thing is that I was that weight even earlier than that, because I had some videos saved from like the first day that I owned my first computer, where I recorded myself trying to figure out the preferred fashion of doing my USB microphone headset thing. It's like 4 videos. I don't know if I still have them because they're on the old hard drive. I probably do, because I transferred the entire photos folder over from that computer. So I probably do have them, and I could probably throw them up on the screen if I'm paying attention while editing, which I'm probably not.
I'm pretty much sure that doesn't work at this point because it's so freaking stupid.
And I definitely do not look thin during those, is what I'm trying to say. Like, that is some of the worst neck fat that I've ever seen me have. Like, it's rough. You know what I'm most proud of? I'm not even that proud of losing the weight that I've lost, because I've gained it back and lost it over and over, you know? What I'm most proud of is my jawline. I have a fucking jawline now, you know? I think the most striking thing about a man of class is his jawline. I don't know if it's like just a thing. I don't know if I'm just into jawlines. But like, if you have a jawline that can kill a man, you are the epitome of class. And I respect that. And it might also turn me on. I don't know. I haven't decided on that home front yet. I have not decided yet on that one yet. So basically, if you want my love, you need a good jawline. Alright? Just gonna put that out there, so that everyone has a goal to reach, alright? But like, you know, I took that selfie for Instagram that morning that I had anime hair, and like, I looked at that and I'm like, dude, I have a jawline now. It's not a great jawline. It's not, you know, it could be better, but it's if you look at those 4 videos that I made when I first got this computer, and how my neck was just bloated. Just bloated. And I don't know how much of that is just, you know, being, you know, 15. I don't know if that's just the way that 15-year-old faces look, right? You know, you just have that extra youth. You have that youthful vigor in the neck area. I don't know. You know, if you can believe it, I don't look at a lot of pictures of 15-year-olds, you know? Just that's just the funniest thing, is that I just don't do that recreationally. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's just something that happens to everyone, right? But I definitely did not weigh what I should have weighed. The body mass index was not looking good back then. Still not looking good to this day, if we're honest. Actually, that's a lie, because this morning I weighed in at 157.5, I think. It was 157 point something. I really didn't care, because, you know, I gained weight since yesterday, right? So I was like, yeah, I see that number. You know, honestly, I weighed myself last night because I had a double with fries, because I love the double with fries, and like the best cooks at the restaurant were at the restaurant yesterday, and I'm like, you know, kind of have to. Kind of can't say no to that. But I was like 160 before I went to bed, and so I wake up 3 pounds lighter. It's like, all right, I don't even think I went to the bathroom. I think I just lost 3 pounds while sleeping. My metabolism is weird sometimes. It doesn't make sense. But the problem is that even though I started trying in gym class, I still ate a whole bunch of bullshit every day. Like, you know, we were allowed to leave for lunch, so I basically always went to the gas station and just got gas station pizza every day. Those are good memories, because everyone went. Because like groups of 4 guys would just go to the fucking gas station, just eat the gas station pizza at the gas station. Because, you know, back in the day, you were allowed to eat in public, right? They had tables and shit. Yeah. See, shit like that is why I miss high school. Next upgrade at 420. Ah, shit. I thought we were gonna jump to the next upgrade right away. I don't think we really need it. We're clearly a bit overpowered at the moment. Custom two-tone gold, yeah. That one looks pretty good. I think we'll give it a shot. I think we'll get a good swing at it there. But yeah. But the problem is that even though I started, you know, trying in gym class, I still ate a bunch of bullshit every day. So, when 2015 rolled around, when New Year's 2015 rolled around, I was still 185. So I was like, okay. So clearly we need to change a little bit more than just my workout habits. And that's when Starving Myself entered the chat. Starving Myself has entered the chat. So you remember, so this is why I brought up this entire story, just, you know, it all comes together. Because in February of 2015, I caught a Mexican stomach flu because one of my classmates was from Mexico and they went back to Mexico over the break, the Christmas break. And they picked up some sort of ungodly stomach bug there. Everyone in the school got it, and because I'm always the last to get everything, I got it like the first week of February, right? So the night that I got it, like, my stomach hurt so badly that it is a literal miracle that I did not throw up that day. Like, if I moved, I was laying in bed watching Buried Dead in 12. The light was off, my speakers were on, I was laying in bed, and I just wanted to die right then and there. Like, it hurt so much. Just moving, because the thing is that it gave me, you know, his Mexican stomach bug, he gave me diarrhea shits, okay? I'm just gonna come out and say it. So I had to keep getting up over and over to go to the bathroom because of that. And like every time that I even moved like an inch, my stomach just, it felt like knives, all right? That's the worst that I've ever been sick, I'm pretty sure. And yet I didn't throw up. I'm still proud of that. But, yeah, so so that was like a Sunday night that I had that, and I woke up the next day on like Monday or whatever, because you know that's how the week works. And I didn't go to school that day, so that broke my perfect attendance on my senior year. Shut up, David Draymond. No one cares about my shitty emails. I have to interrupt every goddamn thing that I say, dude. So yeah, so I stayed home from school that day, but I also recorded Murdered by Calculus that day. So I was clearly better at that point. I was able to get up and move around, but you know, I still had shit. So basically, that night into Monday and probably even Tuesday, I didn't eat anything. And when I weighed myself, because if you remember back to when I had the sickness David Draymond, so I'm talking about the sickness, so David Draymond has to get in on it. Okay, I just figured it out. Okay, sorry, David Draymond. I didn't mean to rain on your parade there. Finally figured that out after an entire spiel on nonsense. You see, the problem with this being 5 laps is that by now I have such a huge amount of upgrades that they're just non-factors. The game is nothing once you've gotten those upgrades. Like, I don't even need the upgrades. I'm just that much better. Biplane! Look at that biplane, dude! Oh, this is like MX Unleashed. Look at that. It's like the same color and everything. Yo, that's lit. I love it. We should play MX Unleashed on the channel. So, I recorded Murdered by Calculus that day, so I was clearly better, but like, several days I went without eating there, and like, I didn't really mind, because like, I was in the mindset that if I eat anything, I'm just gonna diarrhea shit it out, and like, that's just unpleasant. I thought that if I didn't eat anything, then I would not be able to diarrhea shit, and I was almost correct. You see, the problem is that even when you don't eat, even when you're only taking in liquids, you still have to shit, because your body's converting, you know, everything, right? So you, like, it's shit still gets produced even when you do not eat solid items. So, you know, I almost was good, but you see, the thing is that not eating alleviated the problem. the problem still persisted. Like, I still had the shits for like a week. However, once it was pretty much done and out of my system and I was eating like a normal person again, you know, I weighed myself and I was down to 175. I lost 10 pounds from that sickness. That was what kickstarted my weight loss. I don't know if I didn't get that disease, I would have continued eating a bunch of bullshit. And, you know, it would have just been 2014 all over again, and I still would have been, you know, 185 after graduating high school. Because, you know, when I graduated high school, I was in the best shape of my goddamn life. It's never even come close since. Yeah. But, yeah, that was from, you know, freshman year all the way to senior year of high school, all I did was gain. That sickness took 10 pounds off. That's the first time that I ever lost weight through all of high school. And I realized, there's another upgrade? Are you kidding me? I don't even need this one. I didn't need the previous upgrade. We just have so many upgrades. The upgrades are never ending. Haven't done black yet. Let's do black. Let's do black. I like the black vet. Black vet. Yeah, it's like, so basically that was when I learned, oh, if you don't eat, you lose weight. That's basically been the basis of my weight loss regimen ever since high school. And it still works. Days that I don't eat, I basically lose like 4 pounds. If I don't eat today, you know, I already ate because I had some breadsticks. I get these frozen breadsticks from the grocery store. They come in packs of 6 and you can microwave them. I microwave them 2 at a time. They're an amazing breakfast. They're so good. They are entirely carbs, though, I will admit that much. But, oh, look at the fucking length of this goddamn track. We have to do 5 laps of this. I should have saved the story for this. Oh, the entire story that I just told, I'm probably going to have to tell it again, just because of how long this track is. But yeah, that's basically how that went. So, like, I learned to not eat that day. So, like, during the weekend, I wouldn't binge eat like I used to, because I always binge eat on the weekends. Because, you know, the thing is that I actually did implement not eating into my life before getting that sickness and losing 10 pounds. You know, the first 10, hang 10. I actually did incorporate not eating into it, because what I did was go to my grandma's every weekend. Because we'd just hang out and watch the NASCAR races. And I'd always get a large stuffed crust DiGiorno from the store, and I'd always eat the entire thing on Saturday night by myself. Don't worry, I got my grandma another pizza too. I'm not like that. I got my grandma food as well. But yeah. So on those Saturdays, I would not eat the entire day until I got to Grandma's house, and then I'd eat an entire pizza. So basically, you know, I kind of figured out how to maintain the weight of 185. I was unable to lose, is the thing. And basically once that happened and I lost that 10 pounds, I was like, okay, so here's why I haven't been losing weight all this time. And that whole excursion came to an end. When's the last time that I've eaten an entire DiGiorno stuffed crust pizza? It's had to have been years at this point. I remember, like, when I was in college, what am I doing? I just turned right when I was supposed to go left. This ain't Cars. This ain't the goddamn movie Cars. This ain't the Cars game. I should play the Cars game for the channel. You know. Yeah. I was gonna make a video in college where I just ate an entire DiGiorno stuffed crust pizza, and I just basically discussed how I came to be 185 and then lost it all. Because, you know, 185 doesn't sound like a lot, but once again, I was short and out of shape, so it was all fat. And you can see it. You can see it in the few face cam videos on the channel that I had back in 2013. You could tell you can tell. You know, there's very few instances where you can see my full body in 2013, but like, even in 2014, like, the closest you can get is like some Rocksmith episodes, but if you see me stand up in those, you see that I look like a muffin. I look like a straight up muffin. What is this music? It sounds like Live and Joy. I think I said that whenever this song played last. Live and Joy is great. I got the album. I got the Don't Stop Moving album. The rest of the album isn't really much to write home about, but like, yeah. Live and Joy is just Live and Joy. Oh my god. Anything else on this weight loss story before I get sidetracked? Because, you know, by the time I was out of high school, you know, like by the time I graduated, so from January 1st of 2015, you know, I weighed in at 185. On May 15th, I guess, is when I got my diploma or something. It's probably later than that even, but, you know, I weighed in at like 168, you know, because I was stuck at 168 for about 3 years. So I ran a mile in like 7 minutes and 47 seconds. I never thought in my entire life during school, like when we were told that we had to do the mile that day in PE, I was like, can I fucking kill myself? Oh, teacher, I'm actually sick. I cannot go outside and run the mile today. Oops. Because I don't think I ever got it under 10 minutes, like at any other point in my entire life. But that senior year, the final mile of the year, I got it in 7 minutes and 47 seconds. Like when I said that I was in the best shape of my entire life, and you know, I was gassed. I was gassed. I fucking pushed it. That was the single most impressive thing I did in all of high school, was that 747. Because I was a fat boy. I was a fat bitch through all of high school. Well, except for the start of it, because as we discussed at the very start of this, I don't know how long this part's gonna be, so I don't know how much of this story you're gonna get at once. But like, you know, I got it, dude. I was doing some good shit, man. I was doing good. Man. Like, everyone else, because, you know, I went to an athletic high school, you know, that's basically all our high school was just athletes. So, like, a whole bunch of guys there got it in, like, you know, 5.5 minutes. But, like, when I heard that I got 747, I was gassed. I was on the floor, you know, gasping for air. But I was still celebrating. I was like, yes, oh my god, yes. That was, like, the biggest accomplishment in all of high school for me there. And, like, the guys I got, like, you know, 5.5, they're like, but I was fucking proud. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. If anyone I went to high school with is watching this, if you witnessed that, man, you're a blood brother to me now. If you witnessed that absolute mile that I ran, if you were there to observe it on that day, we have a special connection that will never be broke, okay? I just want you to know that. Man, oh man, oh man. But anyway, yeah, so I was 165 after high school, so, or ish, somewhere around. I was stuck at 168 probably. Probably not all the way down to 165, that's probably a bit of a stretch. But like, I say that I lost 20 pounds, because it was probably honestly closer to 25, because, you know, I was as high as 192 at one point. So, you know, I count it all as the same weight loss, right? You know, it's the same body, you know. It's the same body that I had before, and like and I didn't even mention this, but I set my weight loss goal to 150 pounds on January 1st of 2014. It is, well, by the time this is uploaded, probably February of 2021, you know? And like I said, I weighed in at 157.8 today, so, you know, we're not there. We're close. It could happen if I stay smart. It could happen. Wow, I cut off 2 seconds on that lap. What a good lap that was. What a good lap to close out that race. Anyway, I think we're down to the final race of the C5 section, and then we will be done with the Amateur League. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah! No! Oh, God! Oh, God! This is not how physics work! And, as you can see, we're kind of under fire right now, as it turns out. Yep. Yeah. You need more proof that Vigilante 8's the greatest game ever made. I am flying a fucking blimp. I'm flying a blimp. This is the greatest game ever made.